In the last video I made on this topic, I showed you guys exactly how to build your business account on Facebook in order to grow your business or in order to sell something that you're interested in selling. And I promised a part 2 of that video. So if you've not watched that video, click at the top right corner of your screen in order to get started with that video. And then when you're done with that, you can come over to this video. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to promote your page and business so that you can get more sales and grow your business much more faster. So with that being said, let's get started with the video. So the very first thing we're going to be doing right now is that I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to promote a post on your page to be an ad. So let's say you're trying to advertise something, a product or whatever it may be. First of all, you have to make it a post. Then from there, we can now go ahead and promote it. So this post right now is what I would like to promote. So in order for you to create the post, all you just need to do is come over to your page, create a post, and then after you created a post, it's going to be among the things you have posted here, right? So these are one of the posts that I currently have on this page. So once I click on boost post, it's going to take me over to my ad page. And as we can see, the very first thing we see here is the goal of this post. So me personally, I most of the time just leave this in automatic. In case if you want to be a little bit more specific about it, you can go ahead and click on change. Now when you click on change, maybe if you would like to get more messages, if you like that to be the goal of this post, or if you like to get more video views, so if you like people to watch the video more than really interact, you just want people to watch it, you can click on that. And then you can click on to get more leads. So basically, if you want people to sign up for something that you're doing, you can click on that. Or if you want people to call you, you can click on that as well. Basically, what all this means is that if you leave it in automatic, Facebook will select any of these goals for you based on how you have set the ads to run. Like for example, me personally, I would like to get more messages because I want people to see the ad that I've posted and then send me messages to inquire more about it, you know, them telling me if they would like to buy it, you know, stuff like that, right? So what I'm really gunning for is, instead of getting more, because it's clearly a video, but instead of getting more video views, I actually want people to send me messages, right? So I can click on get more messages, but like I said, I just leave it on automatic for Facebook to figure it out for me based on how I have set my ad. But for you too as well, you can just click on get more messages or whatever you would like to do. So regardless of how you've set the ad, if you're looking for something in particular, you can just click on it. So when you're done with that, just click on save. And then now you see this button over here, this button basically just means what will show up when people see the ad. You can see this over here, people see the ad and then what comes up, send message. That is what this button over here means. So if I should change it to learn more, guess what happens? It changes to learn more. But obviously I would need to provide a website in order for that to work. But since that's not what I want to do, I want to actually have people send me a message. I can also put my phone number and then have people send me WhatsApp messages as well. But for now, I'm just going to click on send message. Now, remember, based on all this that you're doing right here, right now, it's also affecting this goal as well. Because now that I've already selected send message, most likely this ad will be optimized for this goal, for people to see my video and send me message. Now, being that I've already optimized this button for send message, it's basically telling me or giving me an option to set a welcome message. That is what should people see when they click on send message. That's the first greeting. You know, maybe I'm not online or for some reason I am just not available to answer them immediately. Or even if I am, basically when they send the message, what should be the first thing that they see? You know, what should be the first message from me, which is basically like a welcome message. So I'm just going to quickly edit my own welcome message and put something in there. Now when you click on it, you can see it already has a few defaults over here. So the greeting right here is totally fine for me. So the first greeting they get is hi, please let us know how we can help you. So that is fine. Or I can choose to modify that a little bit. I could say welcome to buy more less, and then please let us know how we can help you. Okay, so that would be what the customer sees at first. And then, you know, it's going to suggest, basically what this is it's a suggestion of what the customer can ask. So you can basically set this to the intentions of what you would like the customer to do. All right, so as you can see, I have changed up the questions a little bit. So I have the question 1, question 2, or question 3. So it's up to my customer or my potential customer to click on any of them. Instead of them having to type it out, I'm just thinking ahead. I'm putting out the questions that they probably would most likely ask, and then I will just answer the question. And also you can remove this if you don't want it. All you just have to do is click on the remove over here, and then it has removed it. So basically, when a customer comes over to your page, they just only see this, and then they can just send you whatever message they will want to send you. But in this case, I'm just going to add mine back, of course. So after you're done with this and you're satisfied with what you're seeing over here, just click on save. Now next after that, we have the special ad category. Now this should be left off if your post is not about anything that has to do with politics or social issue and all that stuff, right? Clearly, my post is not about that. My post is just about business. So you should leave this off if your ad is not about that. So up next, we come over to our audience. Now, this is very important because the people that see your ad are most likely the people that are going to buy whatever you have to sell or whatever you have to promote. So choosing the right audience is very important. If you had created an ad before that looks something similar to what you're trying to do now, and it shows up over here, you can just go ahead and click on it. But obviously, this right here is about a car. It's about a Toyota Sienna, right? And this right here is about my other page, which is still for cars. And clearly what I'm trying to advertise here is nothing of that sort. So what I have to do right now is click on create new. Now when you click on create new, you have to name the audience in case of next time. And then you have to, depending on how you're advertising or what kind of product that is, you can choose the audience, you can choose the agenda, if it's men, women, or all of them. Now, this is not a female product, neither is it a male product, it's unisex. So I'm just going to click on all, leave it in all, and then you can select their age. The guideline for this is that you want somebody that can afford your product, right? You don't want somebody that's too young that can't afford your product. That's the secret to this, except if you're specifically advertising to those type of people. Now, being that what I'm trying to advertise is a laptop deck, so technically it goes for this kind of people as well, from 18 years old. Based on the price, I still don't want somebody that is too young, that finding that amount of money is probably going to be too much, right? So I want to go up a little bit. This is how I personally do it. Obviously you can leave it from 18 years old, right? But this is how I personally do it. I go up a little bit to, let's say, 21, 22 years old. That is old enough to be able to afford what I have to sell, right? So obviously I can still even go up a little bit to maybe, let's say, 25 if I want to, right? And then I can just leave it all the way to 65 plus. So now the destination which it's using here is clearly not what I want to use. It's using the United States. I'm trying to advertise to the people of Nigeria. So I'm just going to cancel this and then put in Nigeria. All right, so now I have selected Nigeria, and then if I want to be a little bit more specific inside within Nigeria, I can go ahead and type Lagos because I would like to sell to the people of Lagos. So that will narrow, and as you can see, as I am adjusting all this, it's narrowing down the reach of this page as well, or the reach of this advert. Now you don't want this to actually be over here to be too broad, because when it's too broad, it's just generalizing it, and there are too many people that the ad is going to be shown to, right? Especially for the amounts that you're spending, right? So what you want to do is keep this in the middle or a little bit to the left, right? Now, you don't want it also to be too specific, right? So where you want to keep it is in the middle, okay? So when I say I'm advertising to Lagos State, I can also write Ibadan as well, okay? So people of Ibadan are also going to see the advert as well, because I can also deliver to the people of Ibadan. I can also put in Abuja. So all these are places that I know I can deliver to, and it also helps my ad as well in preventing it from being too broad, right? So instead of targeting the whole Nigeria, I chose to target this specific state that I can deliver to, as well as narrow it down so it can get to the right people effectively. Now you see this thing over here, you can basically, what this means is, even though you're targeting, let's say, the people of Abuja, if you increase this over here, it's basically going to spill over to the closest state or the closest environment within this kilometer of Abuja. So I live in Lagos, and I would say the closest place to Lagos is actually Ogun State, right? So if I was specifically advertising for Lagos and then I increase this a little bit, you can see the diameter increase a little bit. So I can cover Ogun State, and then if I keep increasing it, I can cover more states closest to this diameter. Okay, so if you want to advertise to a specific place but you want it to spill over just a little bit to the environs close to that place, you can basically just increase this width and then look at the diameter as it's increasing. As you can see, where I chose to advertise to was Abuja, but now that I have increased the diameter of this, you can see Kefi has been highlighted already. But if I left it at 40 kilometers, you can see it's just a little bit outside Kefi. So whoever stays in Kefi is not going to see this ad. But if I increase it just a little bit, it's going to cover Kefi as well. Okay, and obviously the more you zoom in, the more you can see the particular places it's covering, right? So you can see these are all the places within Abuja of 40 kilometers that it covers. So it covers Gwarinpa, Kubwa, Madala, Ado, and the rest, right? So but if I increase it a little bit, Gwagwalada will be covered as well. Right now Gwagwalada is not covered, but if I say let me increase it a little bit, then I can cover Gwagwalada as well. Hope you see what I mean by that. But for now, I'm just going to leave it in 40 kilometers. I'm fine with that. So if you want to zoom in, you can just click on this. This basically zooms it in so you can see more of where you're covering, the places that are going to see the advert. So when you're done, just scroll down a little bit and do a little bit of detailed targeting. These are actually like one of the pretty much very important ones, because although you've covered the people or you covered the places that you'd like people to see your ad, you also have to come over here and then cover people that will be more interested in what you would like to sell, right? So you've covered the states in which they live in. That is not all. You shouldn't just, because you're not trying to advertise to everybody in that state. What you're trying to advertise is people in that state but that are interested in one particular thing that you are selling, that you would like to sell. If you're not sure about something, or if you're not sure about where to start from, you can just click on browse, and then it will show you a little bit more of the demographics, interests, behaviors, and other categories as well, right? So I can just come here, click on education. Now what I'm trying to sell is a laptop desk, right? For your bed or for your couch, for anywhere, right? It's a desk you can use anywhere, right? So education makes a lot of sense, right? So somebody in education or related to education will be interested in what I'm trying to do. If I want to go a little bit more specific, I can do that. So I can click on if the person is in high school, or if the person is in university, or if the person is a postgraduate, you know, whatever it is. Or I can also just go over here, type something out. So I can type teacher. Let me see what comes up. Somebody that is interested in teaching can also have this as well. So I can also type other things as well. So not to bore you guys, I'm just going to quickly type out what interest or whoever may be interested in whatever I am trying to sell right now. And for your products as well, you can think of people that will be interested in it and type it out here. Those are the people that your products are going to be shown to. And of course, if you're not sure, or if you're out of ideas, you can just come over here for more suggestions. All right, guys, so I have added everything that is needed, anything I can think of. Remember, guys, you can add as much detailed targeting as you can. Anything that looks like something that will be related to something that you're selling, make sure you add it in here. So as you can see, an example here, I added high school. So people that are in high school will be able to see what I have to sell, because it's important for them. University, important for them. University postgraduate, you know, all that stuff is what I have advertised. Somebody who has a new job, so it's going to be working a lot on their laptop, that is something that I am advertising for them. You know, parents age with adult children, so if they want to give it to their children as gifts for studying or for eating or whatever they will need, the advert will show up to them as well. Somebody who is in architecture and engineering, they work a lot on their laptop, so this item will be good for them as well. So you can see the idea of how I am advertising or how I am adding all this in here. So you can take these templates, right, and then use it to advertise to people, or to be able to get to the people that you're trying to sell whatever you're trying to sell to. Okay, now after you're done with that, just click back here, and then it will show up over here. Do not click on cancel, because if you click on cancel, you're basically saying you're going out of this place, and you shouldn't do that. Okay, all right, so after you're done with that, just click on save audience. Now after that, you scroll down over here, and then in here we put in the duration. So the duration of how long I want to run this is totally fine. So it's saying that this is going to be running for 5 days, and the total budget is basically 2005 naira. Okay, so there's something I actually want to show you guys. So let's say I would like to spend more money. This is the total budget over here. So let's say I would like to spend more money than this 2005 naira. If I increase this right now, you will see that it's telling me that this already exceeds my spending limit. So it's asking me to basically reset amount spent, and if I try to click on reset amount spent, you will see that it doesn't actually go through. Okay, now this is basically, before, this is something that you could do by yourself, but now Facebook has already kind of put a limit to everybody's ads, right? Especially when it's a new ad account, right? So they kind of put a limit to it. So basically what this means is that as time goes on, when you keep paying for your ads on time, and you keep advertising and doing all that stuff, right, as long as you don't default, right, this ad limit will start increasing. So from that 2005 naira, it can increase all the way to 20, 50, 100,000 naira, right, over time. So for a start, when you're just starting, make sure that you have the money ready and you have the money prepared for the limit, so that you'll be able to pay for it on time, and then they'll be able to increase your limit for you. So my own limit is obviously like 2005 naira, right? But your limit could be different. Your limit could start from 10,000 naira, it could start from 50,000 naira, it can even start from 1,000 naira, who knows, right? But make sure that you make the payment on time and you do all the necessary things on time, so that way they would increase your limit. For a start, it's good for you to leave it in the amount set, so that Facebook will just defaultly put in everything for you, the amount that is within your budget, and also the amount of days too that it can run for, right? So when you're just starting out, it's better to just leave it like that, so that you don't encounter any error, and then you just go ahead, make the payment, and then as you keep making the payment, as you keep running the ads, your budget will start increasing and increasing. All right, so now I have set it back to 2005, so that way it puts everything well. So basically this placement is basically where you would like people to see your ad. So for this, you can just leave it actually, because it's basically going to show your ad on Instagram and also on Messenger. So you can just basically leave those. That's totally fine, at least for me personally. But if you don't want people to see it on Instagram, or if you don't want people to see it on Messenger, you can just unmark this. But Facebook, obviously it marks, because Facebook is where you're advertising it at, right? Facebook pixel, you can leave that. As you can see, I already have a balance of 2098 naira, but I'm going to show you how to add money if I wanted to add money. So all you just have to do is click on add money, and then this pops up, and then you can put in the amount you would like to add. So let's say I would like to add 1,000 naira, adding it to what I already have. You can add that. So I just click on local card, then I click on add funds, and then you click on continue. So it pops up another window for you. So this window is now where you put in your card details, your card name, all this information right here are on your ATM. Okay, so you put in your ATM details over here, with the year, date, and then you process the payment. Now when you process the payment, most likely you're going to be sent a verification code to your phone number or your email to prevent people from stealing your money. That is why they send those informations through text message to your phone or to your email. Then the money will be added to your balance. Okay, but since I have already added money, I don't need to add any more money. I'm just going to cancel this, and that's how you basically add money. Now something I wanted to add that I forgot to add, you can see that with the duration of 5 days and with the amount of money that I'm spending, here is an estimation of how many people are going to see my advert per day. So 602 to 1,700 of all these people who have already put in here with all these interests and all these behaviors, right? 602 to 1,700 of them are the people that are going to see these adverts per day, right? Because of this amount and spending on this ad, right? Don't worry, guys. If you want more people to see it, don't worry, just keep paying for your ad and make sure you always have money in your balance to pay for this ad, because anytime Facebook sees that you placed an advert but you don't have enough money and they are trying to charge you and they can't charge you because you don't have enough money, they are just going to keep your budget limit as it is and they're not going to increase it. So make sure you always have money in your available balance to be able to pay for your ads. Okay, so I'm not even worried about this limit, because I know that as I start running this ad, I'm making my payment, everything will be okay, and they would increase the limit. So when you're done with that, you just go ahead and click on boost posts now, and then it's submitting your ad. So after you've submitted the ad, you can see, so basically they're giving you a breakdown of what's about the ad that you've just created. And most of the time when your ad meets all the policies, and because of what I'm just advertising a product, or just like every other person to be advertising a product about something, right? Most of the time it's approved within a few minutes or highest an hour, right? So it doesn't have to take 24 hours before it's approved. So you can just close this, or you can go to Ad Center to see the status of the ad. So when you come over here, you see the status, it's still in review, but I have no worries that it will be approved very soon. So once it has started running, you see how many people it has reached so far, you see how many people started messaging you based on this ad, and then you see the amount you spent out of this 2005 naira, right, on a daily basis. So you know, this is where you would see all that, right? And obviously you can see more by clicking on view results as well. You know, you can see much more stuff in here as well when you click on that. So it's just to give you much more leverage on the ad itself to see how you can do more with the ad. So let's say you're on your page as well. This is your main page. If you want to come back to that place, you just click on this Ad Center, and then it shows you that spot all over again. So whenever you want to deal with your ad or anything that has to do with your ad, just come to Ad Center, and then you will see your ads. And this is just because I have one ad here, right? If I had another ad running, or if I had another ad that I wanted to run, it will show up here as well. And obviously you can click on create ads to also still create another ad as well. And mind you, when your ad has been approved, you're going to see it approved over here, and also too, you're going to get a notification in your notification bar as well that your ad has been approved. So if you have notification turned on your phone for Facebook, on your phone, your laptop, or wherever, you're also going to get the notification as well. So you don't need to always consistently come and be checking this place every time. So you're just going to be sent a message that your ad has been approved. So I'm just going to go back to the page and show you how you're going to do it if you wanted to actually promote your Facebook page as a whole. So if you didn't just want to promote a particular advert, right, you just wanted to promote a Facebook page, here's how you're going to do it. You're just going to click on promote, and then click on promote your page. So it brings you over here, so you can basically edit what you're gonna show people about your page. I recommend something not too long, because you're trying to promote your page, right? And people most of the time are not just going to read through all this bunch of messages, even though it's not that much. But you know, make it something clear cut, something that people will see and understand, oh, I need to follow these guys, right? And also, if the picture is not enough, like I personally would not use this picture in advertising this page, right? You can go ahead and choose a different image, or if you want to choose a video, you can go ahead and choose a video about your page, right? So you can do that as well over here. And then you see this special ad category, I already explained it already, you can leave it off. And then over here, then you can choose a new audience, right? So I personally now won't use this laptop desk, because it's about that particular ad that I'm just currently running, right? So I personally won't use it. So what I will do is that, because of my page is more than this ad, I'm just going to, you know, create a new one if I wanted to, but it could be different for you, right? What an ad you've run before, the same parameters might cover for what your whole page is about, right? So you can choose to use something that you've already used before. So I am just saying that in my own situation, in this situation, I wouldn't use the same thing for an ad I've used, right? Because for my page covers much more, so I would need to kind of create a new ad for my page. So if you want this ad to be running continuously, so you don't want this ad to actually end, right? You can just put it to run continuously. So every day, now you see this limit, the new limit for this is 721 naira. Every single day they'll be collecting 721 naira, and this ad will be shown to 127 to 368 people per day. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. Please, if you've got any question, make sure to ask them in the comment section down below. So if there's something that you don't understand, please let me know in the comment section down below. So next week I'll be coming out with a video on how you can promote your business through Instagram, so stay tuned for that. For more videos like this, click on the subscribe button below and click on the notification bell right next to it. I release new videos every week and you'll be the first to be notified when that happens. If you would like to support this channel through Bitcoin or any other means, ways to do that are going to be in the description down below. I thank you very much for that, and I'll see you guys soon. Cheers.